Welcome to the ultimate guide to using video on Instagram. I know so many people are struggling to figure out how to incorporate video into their overall Instagram strategy. Right now on Instagram, you can post videos to your feed, you can post reels, you can post stories, you can post IGTV, and obviously there's live videos too. So there's so many different ways to use video on Instagram, but what ways do you actually want to use it that are going to be strategic in helping you grow? That's what we're going to talk about in today's video, plus some bonus tips on how to edit really professional and beautiful looking videos for Instagram on your phone. I think you can tell I'm excited about this one. Let's get into it. So why should you even bother creating videos for Instagram? So many of us are used to just posting images, maybe even album posts to our feeds, but why venture into the world of video? Video can be a really engaging way to provide extra value to your audience, especially if you're a personal brand and you're considering recording videos of yourself, something like this, and then sharing them to your feed. Especially if you haven't done that before, that can be a really great way to engage your audience in a way that feels personal and can provide a lot of extra value. You can fit a lot of information into a 1-minute video that you maybe couldn't fit into just an Instagram caption. The other reason why it's important to at least experiment with using video in your Instagram strategy is there are so many different ways to provide value and create engaging content on Instagram, and you will never truly know what is most engaging to your audience unless you try a few different methods. You never know, your audience could end up loving Reels or being obsessed with the way you make your IGTVs, but you wouldn't know unless you try. In my opinion, it's so important to experiment with different forms of content and then keep track of your insights to see what performs the best, because that's going to be the only real way that you can guide your content strategy in a super individualized and custom way to your audience. I can give lots of great advice that generally applies across the board, and I do. I've got lots of videos you can check out. But at the end of the day, it really matters what your audience wants. And so experimenting with video and all other kinds of posts is going to be the way to find out what your audience engages with the most. Okay, but what kind of Instagram videos should you make? Like I referenced at the beginning of the video, there are so many different ways that you can post a .mp4 file on Instagram. So right now I want to quickly go through the 4 main ways you can post videos on Instagram and talk about when you should use each of them and how they can contribute to your growth. First up, we have IGTV. IGTV is a secondary section of your profile where you can host longer videos, meaning longer than 1 minute. In my opinion, IGTV is the place to connect with your #1 fans. Like, the most dedicated people in your audience are going to be the ones that will actually watch an IGTV of yours that is longer than just a few minutes. So I think about IGTV videos as the way that you can nurture your existing audience that already loves your content, really wants to get the most out of what you have to offer, and potentially might become your customers. So when you're making IGTV videos, think about how you can create content that is really going to convert existing followers, dedicated people into your super fans, and then eventually into people that are going to buy your products or services. When you're making your IGTV videos, don't worry too much about going viral or appealing to a really wide audience, because in reality, there aren't going to be a ton of people that probably see these videos. Sure, everyone who sees it on their feed, if you share it as a preview to your feed, will see it, but only a dedicated few will actually click through to watch the whole thing. I recommend sprinkling in IGTV content 3 to 4 times a month and really make it dedicated to the people that have seen every other post of you, so you can go into extra detail, you can make it a little bit more fun and personal, and really dedicate it to those people that see every piece of content from you. Now, what about Reels? Reels is almost an opposite from IGTV, where IGTV is more long-form videos that is meant for your most dedicated audience members. Reels is for meeting new people. They're short, they're 15 to 30 seconds long, and they might end up on the Explore page, which would give you an opportunity to meet a whole new audience that might not be following you yet. So when you're creating Reels, think about how you can introduce yourself to strangers. Like, how are you going to present yourself to people that might be thinking about pressing the follow button, and how can you provide value or humor or something interesting in a very short amount of time? Normally the best way to do this is to follow existing trends that come from TikTok, because that's where all the trends are still starting, because it's something that people can connect with because they may have seen it before, even if they haven't seen it from you. I think that you should incorporate Reels into your strategy at least once a week. I know I could definitely be doing it more often, because it's a really great way to increase your reach and therefore your organic growth. Okay, so what about feed videos? Those 1-minute videos that you can post to your Instagram feed was the first introduction of video to the Instagram platform. This feels kind of like a weird middle area. People aren't exactly sure how to best use this. There's a few different things you could consider. For one, can you create a video that is going to be in, square or 4x5 format that is a minute or less that can provide some humor or value or something interesting to your audience? Maybe it's a short story or an encouraging moment or something that you learned that you want to impart on your audience. Think the equivalent of a graphic or a quote or like a tweet post, but just spoken aloud and showing your face. I think these can be really effective, but it's very important that you do include captions because these are going to be showing up on your feed and not a lot of people are listening to audio out loud on their feed. So make sure any spoken words are captioned. Another common way to use videos on feed posts is just with memes or GIFs. Like if you want to post a GIF/GIF to your Instagram feed, it's going to have to be in video format because you can't upload a .gif to Instagram. I think that incorporating these silly and shareable memes is a really great part of your strategy. Maybe consider adding it in once or twice a month because it just adds a different flavor, you know what I mean? Adds a little bit of paprika, a little bit of spice on top of your strategy. Especially if you're more so a serious person, like you're sharing a lot of really heartfelt captions or sharing a lot of education, throwing in some funny stuff here and there can round out your personality, your brand personality a little bit. And of course, the fourth section, which is really a thing unto its own, that is Instagram story video. Now, a lot of us are probably already familiar with how this can be used. And the nice thing is Instagram provides us a way to film and edit these right inside the app. So chances are you already have a good handle on how you want to use this. But I do just want to remind you, using videos of yourself speaking is a really wonderful way to connect with your audience. Just make sure that you caption them or provide a general idea of what you're talking about in text because a lot of people aren't listening to the audio. And try to use a variety of different content. So don't just always film your face, try to film your surroundings, show some interesting visuals, and that'll round out your story strategy really nicely. Another big concern a lot of us have when we're getting started with video on Instagram is how to keep viewers engaged. The biggest piece of advice I can give you across IGTV, feed posts, or honestly even YouTube is this. Keep the intro short. Honestly, don't even make an intro, especially with the 1-minute feed videos. And this is the great thing about editing. You can press the record button and start by saying, hey guys, I just wanted to hop on here to tell you about this thing that happened to me today. It was really crazy. When I was walking to the store. Okay, so now when you're editing, literally cut out all of that and just start, when I was walking to the store, just get right into it, right? People are scrolling, they need something interesting to catch their attention. And if it starts with, hey guys, I just wanted to jump on here, people are gonna scroll past that right away. That's not interesting, that's not substance. You need to get right into the substance, right into the interesting part. And that is what's gonna get people engaged. And then just make sure that you're concise. Don't ramble on, get out all the important points as quickly as possible, and that's gonna keep people engaged. The other piece that will really help you keep people engaged is by doing really fun and clean edits on these videos. Keeping them on brand with lots of graphics and fun background music will help a lot with keeping people watching. Speaking of that, how do you edit videos for Instagram that include fun graphics, cool transitions, and background music? I have the perfect app for you. I'm so excited to introduce you to the sponsor of today's video, Boosted. Seriously, my friends, this is a very cool app that I've been playing around with a ton in the past couple of days. You're definitely going to want to stick around to hear about this one. First things first, you gotta download the app using the link in my description. You can start using it totally for free, or you can grab the premium subscription to get access to more templates and cool stuff. The awesome thing about Boosted is when you first open the app, you can choose from a ton of beautifully designed templates. Each template has 3 different options. You can either choose to do it in square, widescreen like this aspect ratio, or vertical, so the same for Instagram stories or IGTV. This is really cool because one of the biggest challenges that I've had over the years with mobile editing for Instagram is making it in vertical, because so many of these free apps like iMovie where you can edit videos only let you do it in horizontal. So you can choose the template that you love, and then you can choose that template in the correct aspect ratio for the kind of content that you want to make. And then when you start editing, you can go in and all you have to do is tap on each different section of the video. You can replace the stock footage with your own photos or videos. You can change the text to say whatever you want. You can change the font, and you can change the overall color scheme of the template so that it suits your brand. This is a very fun and easy way to put together beautiful videos for Instagram. In this example, I'm creating a little trailer to promote my vlog channel, which is Katie and Dan in a Van. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure you do. And so I'm just changing the text, changing the font, and of course changing the colors so that it fits the overall vibe that I'm going for. Creating this whole video for my Instagram story probably took me like 5 minutes. It's so fast and fun and easy. And if you're feeling a little bit intimidated by editing videos for Instagram, then this is a very good place to start. One of the #1 questions that I get is what apps to use to create videos on your phone for Instagram. And you've got to try out Boosted because it is going to be so helpful at creating engaging and professional looking content for your Instagram. So go ahead and download Boosted at the link in the description, and then make sure that you tag me in any content that you make with them. Tag Boosted, tag me, because I would love to see what you create in the app. Finally, the last big struggle that I hear about so often from people that are thinking about starting to incorporate video into their Instagram strategy is confidence. You might be feeling a little bit scared about recording yourself and then showing your face talking to a large group of people on the internet. I get it can be intimidating, but I actually have the perfect video for you. Last week I uploaded a video all about how to get confident on camera for Instagram. I dive into body image, practice, tips and tricks, so you're really gonna wanna check it out so that you can feel confident enough to implement all of the awesome video tips that I shared in today's video. Make sure you go watch that confidence tips video next. On your way over there though, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of my future videos. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you over there. Okay, bye.